Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Bernard, and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the studio. It's great to have you back, Bernard. I know you've been very busy.
Yeah, but not so busy. Do not be happy to be with you here when I am invited by Liz and sometimes by Joe as well, who usually work here, and you are almost every single Thursday here in front of you. Today we'll have, a difficult topic. Difficult because we are worried a bit about that.
Yes, and we're not afraid of tackling difficult subjects.
Absolutely.
Because they need to be spoken about, don't they?
Yeah, that's, I suppose, the first step in finding solution is to speak out about our worries, about our difficulties. And I suppose now, facing the winter, we're looking a bit deeper in our pocket.
Yes. Yes, so we've gone from last week, if you were able to tune in, we were talking about bereavement, which obviously is quite difficult. This week we are going to be talking about money and life skills, so that does include money management, doesn't it?
Absolutely, because we live in this world and we can't make, interchange with stuff as 200, 300 years ago, the people, for a living, they change stuff in between them. Now we rely on money, on the amount of money we get.
So, for example, I think salt was quite something that you would trade with. It was quite worth a bit of, I'd say, money.
Yeah.
But yeah, so from hundreds of years ago, trading commodities,
Absolutely.
Services and things like that. But nowadays, everybody gets paid to do a job.
Absolutely. We use these bills or coins or just simple numbers in order to buy what we need, or to just simple to pay our bills. But because these years the value of the money we have went very deep down.
Yes. The pound.
Exactly. And everything came up and high on cost. We have to think a bit more how we plan our life.
Yeah, so I think if I'm right, the inflation rate went up about 10%, which is, I suppose you could say 10% on everything, but actually it's probably more than that once you add in, all the expenses of things such as logistics, getting your shopping to the supermarket.
Absolutely.
And things like that. And then we're seeing a lot of people striking, aren't we? So we're seeing Royal Mail striking, we're seeing the trains striking, because the pay is just not worth as much as it was before.
Absolutely, because our salaries, with our salaries we can't buy the same amount of goods as we used to do until now.
Yeah.
then our money just are the same in in the amount, but not in value.
Yeah.
And that is big difficulty.
See, somebody laughed at me the other day because I'm not one for the stock markets, but I have this little thing that pops up every now and then that tells me if the pound's going down, and I go, oh no, it's gone down again, and they laugh at me. But actually, do you know what? If our pound is worth less, it means that we can buy less with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that has the effect of, which we all know, with the rising energy prices, we can buy less fuel, we can buy less gas and electricity, can't we? And the most vulnerable are going to find it very difficult to stay warm.
Yeah. Imagine, a householder who has 3-4 rooms because has children, and can't afford to warm that house about 18 degrees, which is quite difficult. And for that, we have to find out how we could do better.
Yeah. Because we can't solve the economy. That's obviously, down to what's her name, Liz Truss.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's down to our government to kind of fix the big problem. But what we can do, and I think you especially, Bernard, at the moment, because you're running life skills, is we can have conversations. You're not acting as a teacher, you're a facilitator.
No, absolutely, I facilitate that. Because at the end, when we speak out and listen to others, or just simply we come together, we can find out that the solution are already here.
Yes.
We just simple being so stressed or maybe too worried. We don't have time to stop and to think how we can find a solution for ourselves. Because at the end, the solution found by somebody, it's applied differently in my situation. Because I have an amount of money on the different needs than the other person.
Yeah.
Then the way I apply a solution will be totally different than you apply for yourself.
That's right. That's why, if you don't mind me saying, the first one that we had last week, you gave everybody a little. It wasn't very big. It wasn't a lot of work or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
A little booklet that you printed, and in it, everybody wrote out their own personal finances.
Absolutely.
And that is private, so you don't have to share anything.
No, because it's about just simple. It's how to plan for myself in order to have what really need. Yeah. And if something remain over, can have what I want, and let a bit apart what I would like to have.
I think even those that, myself being the guilty one as well, whilst I'm saying, I thought I was pretty good, but actually when I started looking again at my bank statement and seeing, well, I'm not going to say what, let's just say I have a bad habit of buying beverages, like coffees every now and then, which, is fine. There's nothing wrong with enjoying one every now and then.
It is normal, because at the end we have one life, and the life is given to us to enjoy it. Now, then try to make it to be really enjoyable.
Yeah, exactly. I think
but for
if
that
you have
you need the skill.
Less often, if you have things less often, you enjoy them more.
Absolutely. We just start with our fridges. See how much we have in the fridge. Bought, 1 week or 2 weeks ago, but we didn't touch that stuff, staying out there. Yeah. Why did I buy that? Why? Because just simple, I didn't have the skill or maybe the understanding that I could save something in order to not buy what I really don't need now.
And you know what, right? It really isn't that difficult, is it? Because it's all it is thinking things through a little bit more. Absolutely. So, like what you're saying is reduce your food waste.
Absolutely.
We don't need, we're all busy, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
We don't have to think about this all the time. But just by having a conversation and being more aware of it, we may then, whilst we're at the supermarket, not buy the extra packet of whatever it is, or give it away.
I suppose, but already someone of you could ask, but if you are more members, a few members in the family, it's hard to do that. Yeah, but we here together can find a way how to discuss about what we need and what everybody from the house really need. And then to make, a real family gathering to decide what we really want and what we really need from what we want. And then I suppose the first step will be already done. We will waste less. That's the things, because if not just simple, I consider I have to buy all this stuff because I used to buy them. But just look at your bin in the day when the bin man come, and you see what is in there.
Yeah.
And
you'll be regretful, really, won't
Absolutely.
you, if you really think about it. And we don't want to feel that we're wasting resources that other people could be using.
Yeah, and why we do this CAP life skill? We work in partnership with Christians Against Poverty. We as Christians, but we as humans, we understand that we need help sometimes, or we have to help those who are really, really in need, especially those who even sometimes can't afford to put food on the table for their children. But a lot of the time, and in the most of the situation happen, they came to this moment because just simple didn't have enough understanding about how to manage what they have. I know we have to come in an emergency situation to help, but it's not enough to give a few tinned food for the family. We can do better when we share our skills and the way how we manage what we have. As you well said at the start, we don't teach, but we share what we know to do. Because at the end, in a level or others, all of us sometimes are struggling to see that at the end of the month, I came to a negative balance. And that means in the others, I go in depth, deeper and deeper. What we fight for is just simple keep at least a zero balance.
Yes,
In this
and
difficult
avoid
time.
debt as well.
And avoid
isn't it?
exactly as
So,
much we can.
or even reduce it, because nobody really wants to live with lots of debt. It's very uncomfortable, isn't it?
And I don't know if you knew this principle. When you are too happy, do not take decisions.
When you're too happy.
Yeah. When you are too sad or angry, again, do not take decisions. It is about when you go to a shop, when you go shopping. If you are very hungry, do not go in a store without a list of what you really need, because you will be tempted to buy and fill up that trolley. And at the end, a lot of stuff, you won't eat them because you can't eat more than you ate yesterday.
Yeah, my mum used to say, your eyes are bigger than your belly.
Exactly, that's true. Our brain is tricky because we, before all others, feeling of our body is to conserve ourselves. Then when we are hungry, we tend to pile up stuff in order to have tomorrow, do not die again from food, lack of food. But in the society we live now, we don't need that because the stores always have enough for us. It's important for us to buy just simple what we need.
Yeah.
How we can do that? Let's learn from each other. And this is life skill intend to do. We start for the smallest stuff. How I make a list when I go shopping. What I have to check when I want to buy some clothing or shoes or whatever. Open the wardrobe, see the the understair store in the house where are the shoes and whatever. Do I really need all this stuff? I don't know. I like to wear kind of shoes until they really go out because I said, why do I need 10 pairs of shoes if I have just only 2 legs? I'm not a caterpillar.
Well, if you really do love shoes, we're not having a go at you or anything.
Yeah.
But it's just really having a conversation about these things. If you are struggling financially, you're struggling to pay your bills, get what you really need, it is worthwhile having a look at where your money is going to see if you can make little changes, not massive sacrifices, but little changes over time that will just make things a bit easier.
Absolutely. And by the way, you know, we need food. We can't live without, because it's not our foil, body's foil. You know, we are not just souls. We are not yet angels. Maybe we'll be, but not yet. We need food, but our mistake is we spend too much on food because we don't know what kind of food is good for us. We have taken away a lot because it's simple to call the shop and have the rider man in the front of the door, on your doorstep. And maybe I like to eat something which it's very tasty but it's not good for me. In life skill we learn as well how avoid that. Because even our doctors, our GP say it's simple, it's not good the way how you eat. It's better for you to do something different. But for that I need skills, life small skills, even the way how I cook from scraps, vegetable scraps, a good meal, a good stew. And to be honest, it's difficult for me because I do not very often. And I need always help. And we know that doing together we can find it out. And we have a volunteer who is a coach for CAP. She is about Dawn. She will help us how to learn to do that because she has the training for this kind of stuff. And she said that's a story about her life, how much her life was changed once she find it out how to cook simple and cheap, but a good meal in the table.
And she's very passionate about food.
She is, yeah, because she just say, I was in love with that training. And you know, it's not easy to make a good and tasty meal if we don't have the skills. And that could save not only money, that even, you know, to make our health better, to improvise our health, which is everything, you know, come together. Because I know you can't accept that thought in your mind that because of lack of money you remain without electricity and energy for heating your house. Then you have to plan in such a way everything in order to have enough to pay the bills. I know there is a pack of help from the government.
Yes, so they are helping to reduce the cost by applying credits to everybody's energy bills. And this is, I think, split over a number of months, maybe 6 months. A lot of people have had the first payment credited already, and that will help a little bit.
Yeah, and we here doing this life skill course, we are, part of a network. Christian Against Poverty run a lot of courses. One of those is life skill. The others CAP money, the others CAP debt, or the others are skills how to apply for this kind of credits. And we have many people we can put you in touch, in contact, in order to be helped in all kind of need you have. Then everything starts with this simple first step, having skills, but sometimes we are in such a difficulty, then the skills are not enough. Then here we can put you in contact with the person you need, who got expertise for you and can help you. Then even it's more than life skill that you need now. Come along tomorrow, 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
We will be here at Sunset. You can contact us here, as you say, studio live stream, and a landline number here, an email, or maybe send a message on Facebook if you are watching us, and you are welcome.
Yeah, and what I would say is life skills, not just about money and about food, all our basic needs.
Absolutely.
But developing our personality, whether that be socialising, communication, We learn these things by being around other people, by our life experiences, by going out into the world and being part of the world, and also actually sometimes just by being taught, so learning.
Absolutely.
So I think the life skills course is an excellent opportunity because it's both talking about your experiences and other people's experiences, but we're all learning as well, so you've got the two ways of doing things there.
Absolutely. When you hear that word course, do not think about somebody staying in front of us and with a presentation showing us where to put the comma and the full stop when I'm doing something. The first goal for this course is to come out, to meet each other, to see how we are, where we are, and how can help each other with ideas in order to be better. And then, we have a lot of, as you said about that booklet, which we provide every single meeting, with some little plans which can help us in getting in order our life, or spending life or needs or whatever.
They're kind of little baby steps, really, aren't
Absolutely.
they? Because it's really not too difficult. Everybody can do it. You may have missed 1 week, but it really doesn't matter. You can still come along tomorrow, or if you can't make it tomorrow, then next week. You can get in contact with us if you'd like previous week's booklets.
You can have the booklet wherever you want, and as I said, if you have more difficulties or other kind of difficulties, which is over what we can offer, we will put you in contact with other center who is developing other kind of courses or just simple counseling and whatever they.
So it's not difficult. It's very informal, very friendly,
Absolutely.
very easygoing. You do get a nice hot drink and a few snacks.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of like a few friends coming together for a conversation. You do, although Bernard, you do stand front and centre, you don't hover over everybody making sure everybody's right.
No, nobody come to grade you next week for your homework. Your homework is your step, in this way, in this road to be better for you. Nobody, neither me nor you, will come to grade or something.
No.
Just simple. There are some very simple schemes created by people who already used, and they just simple want you check and try if work for you. If not, they could be just simple improvise.
And people might find that this is enough for them, that actually they've taken away from your course everything that they need to, or like you said, they may want the extra help, and that is available, which means that we're not, you're not just running a course and then leaving everybody to it, and there is other support available. So I don't think really anybody has got anything to lose.
That's true.
It's maybe 90 minutes long.
Maximum 90 minutes with some breaks in between to talk to, and to have some kind of resources to check. And but if somebody want to stay longer, as happened last time, we are happy to stay to chat and just to share at the end.
So if you are available tomorrow from 1 o'clock, and I think it finishes at 3, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I think that was
about that.
If you've got the school run, there's still plenty of time for you to go to the school run. Pop in, give it a try. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But just you're here. This is an excellent opportunity for everybody to come and have a little time together.
Our location is simple to find out. It's Bridgewater. You can see the a brick church building. We use like a community hub where Liz is every single day here, but tomorrow we all be here by 1 o'clock. If you don't know how to find it out, the address properly, Bridgewater, Westcliff, just simple, send us a message and we can send you details about it.
Definitely, but what I would say is you do have a big green spire.
Oh, exactly, yeah. Exactly. You can find
So
that.
if you go down Bridgewater, just look for the spire.
That's true. This building is quite a landmark here
Yeah.
in this area of Westcliff, Eastwood. Then, thank you very much for the time you spent with
Thank
us.
you. It is very good to actually
Yeah.
talk a bit more in depth as to why we all really do need to have
Absolutely,
this
yeah.
conversation, and it doesn't need to be uncomfortable or difficult.
Yeah, because let's be realistic. Our life, sometimes is smooth, sometimes is difficult. The economy in the world suffer, and we are affected because we don't live in a bubble. And we should be prepared for all this kind of, of years or months. We don't know how long will be. But in the same time, to enjoy our life, because we have just only one life given to us.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely.
Then see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, but before we go, can I just say that tomorrow we also in the morning have got Raindrops.
Oh, perfect, yeah.
Yeah, which is a parent and carer and toddler group. So we go from ages 0 up to 4. It's £2 per child, ages 1 to 4, and under ones are free. And it is a lot of fun. It's 9:30 to 11. Sometimes we go over a little bit. You do get toast, biscuits and drinks if you come along, and there's lots of toys and lots of really wonderful children, excellent characters, and we do have like an amazing amount of twins. It's like Noah's Ark.
Absolutely. And, I popped in a few times when you were doing this meeting with the children and their parents. It is a good time, even for those who don't have children but they live around. They can come and, to chat with the neighbors and so on. They are welcome. I know that you are providing tea, coffee, basically.
Yeah, and also Sunday we've got the worship here, haven't we, at 3:30?
Yeah, we continue every single Sunday. We have worship time here, 3:30. And after that, we don't run home right after, but we stay longer as much. The people are happy to stay for a chat, for a tea, and just to be together.
And if you're watching the studio now, you'll be able to hear this. This is hot off the press. This has not even been posted on Facebook yet. From next Wednesday, from 11 o'clock until 3 o'clock. The kitchen here will be open if you are cold or you just need to pop in to get a change of scenery. Come in for a hot drink, and also we'll be serving soup.
Exactly, hot soup. No?
Yes.
do not forget that from next week the temperature will drop.
Yes.
Then if you are, walking around here, pop in, and Liz will be with her team here to wait for you.
Yeah, I have my ladle ready.
Oh, she's prepared.
That's everything, I think.
Here we are. See you then as soon as you want to be with us.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.